Good. Yep, that's normal. Good morning. It's 6:40 a.m. and I am in my garage, just about to load up my car today for work. The guys have asked me to bring a pinball trolley so they can move the pinball machine around. This is about the time that my normal day starts. I wake up at about 5:20, spend some time with the kids. Usually they roll in at about 6 o'clock. And then I get in the car, try to get to the offices by 7, depending on which one I'm at. And that gives me that full 10 hours of kind of actual work time. Today we will be at all 3 locations. I don't think I've ever done that in one day. But it just happens that I've got a bunch of meetings that have all been different locations. So I've got to go to Dry Creek this morning. Then we're heading to Railways to meet with one of our suppliers about some online stuff, and then I've got a lunch back at Waterpro Kent Town, and then I've got a Zoom meeting at 4, so I'm doing the full triple with the digital. So yeah, we're gonna have Duffy tag along today and try and give you a bit of an idea on what a day in my life looks like. It's not a day in the life because every day is different, but what today looks like as a full day. So hopefully you enjoy. Alright, so it's now 6:59. I've got my daughter yelling at me. See ya! So I'm driving to work. I would usually be listening to an audiobook right now, or a podcast. I find that it just gives me some like real life examples of what other people are doing, and I can kind of somehow go, oh, that's interesting. I might see, like, I'm having a similar issue. That's a different perspective or whatever. I think you can learn from lots of different things and lots of different experiences and lots of different people, so I do that. If the sun was up or I was leaving work later, I would record the episode of In the Car with Clint. So yeah, so far today I have obviously got ready. I don't have breakfast before I leave for work. I have a double shot piccolo, which is the only way to drink coffee as far as I'm concerned, and I see all the kids and my wife, and she obviously takes care of getting them ready for school and kindy and everything, and getting them off to their individual locations. I then get to jump in my car and go play. So I'm very lucky that I have the support of someone who is, whether or not she completely agrees or understands why I do this every day, she knows that it makes me happy and stands behind me with 2 feet firmly planted, protecting me from all the other things. So I think it's important to highlight that I think for an entrepreneur to play full out, you either need to be single or you need to have the support of someone unconditionally. I think it would be a challenge, and I've never experienced it, but for Celeste and I to both be trying to grow separate businesses at the same time, or for her to be working full time. We've had it before. I think it just requires me to kind of pull back a little bit. So at the moment, with 4 companies underneath my group of companies, I don't really have the luxury of pulling back for hours and 2 hours at a time. In saying that, I am home every night, bar 10 in a year, and there to bath the kids and get them to bed. So I do see my children every day, and spend that quality half an hour or an hour of time with them before they go to bed. It's not always perfect, and sometimes I get phone calls, but I try to push them out till 8 o'clock and then get back on after that. So this is probably enough for now. Once I get to Dry Creek, I will show you a little bit more. I've just arrived at Dry Creek. I'm still playing around with this camera. A lot of the vlog is actually recorded on this DJI Osmo. We've done full episodes of the vlog with it. The In the Car with Clint's are filmed with it. I haven't really learned how to use it properly. Yeah, that's not right. So, now, so what, I'm kind of in the car conscious of when I walk into a building that my how I am is it can often translate through the whole business. It's really part of something that hasn't been a problem for me because I'm a morning person. I'm upbeat and I'm ready to go. But if I walk in a bad mood and drag down the team, it's not healthy for the business. They will, a team watches their leader like, I guess a team will see what their leader does more than listen to what their leader says. So it's important as a leader of people to be conscious of that. So I'll be it's weird that sometimes I'll listen to the end of a podcast when I'm in the car. I'll quickly check my emails while I'm sitting here. I've got one of the emails that I get every morning is from Kate, who's our group finance officer. She will send me an email with Water Pro sales, Railways irrigation sales is something we're monitoring this month, and Lawn Hub sales. Each of those have their own targets, and by monitoring these every day, it'll give me the opportunity to tweak some levers. So at the moment, Water Pro's on the line for their budget. They usually finish strong in the last week, so I'm not overly concerned about that. Railways have had the best and most consistent run of sales along the line, and it's just starting to teeter off now. Is there something that I can do to help that? I'll think about that. Obviously, I'm going to Railways at some point today to see Luke, so I'll talk to Luke about that. I've talked about it before. Railways is not the kind of business that you can just like do an email blast and sell a bunch of stuff. I am going to do a bit of a play with some firewood stuff. Obviously, it's moving into cooler temperatures, so we'll see how we go. And their irrigation sales, it's hard. Like, we set a goal to sell $50,000 worth of irrigation at Railways. Now, to give some context, Water Pro does $600,000 a year, a month in irrigation sales. So, like, and that's just in a city central location. I mean, Dry Creek hasn't really opened properly yet. So, I'm not hoping, we will get Railways irrigation sales up. We just have to find where they are and go get them. So I'll look at the sales. I'll have a think about that. I'll head in. I'm not big on wandering around and saying, good morning, how was your night? How was your weekend? Because I got to get shit done. I do care about people's weekends and their nights. I think I find sometimes that people ask and they're not even listening to the answer, whereas I will just not ask because I wasn't listening to the answer. So that is that. Hopefully Mr. Duffman will be able to hold the camera for the rest of this, because I don't think this is legal, having this right in front of my head. We'll probably do an in the car with Clint while we're driving, and then we will head to Water Pro first. I've got to drop off my pinball jack so that we can move my pinball machine, and then we've got to go to, actually we might go straight to Railways. Excuse me, we might go straight to Railways because I've got a 10:30 there. We haven't driven straight from here to Railways, so it'll be interesting to see, the best roads for that. And then get there, have that meeting, head back to Water Pro, then back to Dry Creek for my... Oh no! We, today, at 2 o'clock, are going to a tattoo parlor because one of my staff is getting the Water Pro logo tattooed on their leg. So, make sure you stay tuned to this because that's happening. It just happens to be on today. He messaged me last night saying, hey, are you just going to meet me there? I'm like, what are you talking about? And then I looked in my calendar and there was a 2 o'clock at a tattoo parlor. So, yeah, if you're at all curious about culture, if your staff members get the company logo tattooed on their leg, the culture's okay. Either that or it's like this real prison culture. But anyway, so I'm going to go inside now. I'll spend some time thinking about all the loose ends and all the things that I need to push down the chessboard. So I look at all my tasks as chess pieces that I'm trying to move down to the other end. So there'll be Lawn Hub, where's the fertilizer hopper? How are label designs going? When are we going to start getting the liquids done externally? Where are the cardboard boxes for the bins? We've got to get stickers made for the cardboard boxes. When we're going to start bringing stock in? What's the immovable objects that the senior management team are having trouble with. I just had a message come through on WhatsApp that the coffee machine is dripping. I may or may not get involved in that because, as you've probably heard before, coffee is the lifeblood of all of the businesses and we take it very seriously. So I'm going to go do that. So that's the first hour of the day, first hour and 10 minutes. I'm now eating a bacon and egg sandwich. I know it's not the smartest choice. It's something that has been a continuous challenge, is my diet. You would have maybe heard us talking then about alcohol. I haven't drank for 55 days. I have lost some weight. I need to get a meal plan in place. I have toyed with the idea of having a permanent personal trainer by my side feeding me. Lisa's going to step into that role a bit more as we learn more about how for her to be my genuine everything assistant. But I need to eat. We're going to leave here in 17 minutes. We're heading straight to Railways. All right, back in the car. So we need to punch out and in the car with Clint. So you'll get to witness how that works from scratch. That kind of made me a bit nervous now. Two angled in the car with Clint. Don't get too excited, guys. Face tracker is on. Now I just want to use maps. So one of the things that I do when I'm traveling is use maps, even though I know where I'm going. Google has the technology there. I've spoken about it before. We are a technology company that sells irrigation or whatever else. So 42 minutes to Railways using the maps. The idea is that Google will give me real-time feedback about traffic conditions. So episode 20?
20.
Wow. Good morning and welcome to episode 20 of In the Car with Clint. All right, that's pretty sketchy in the car with Clint, but we got the message out. So I record the In the Car with Clint every day in the morning, ideally so that the guys can upload that content during the day and people can get a real-time vlog, mini vlog, 6 minutes, 5 minute vlog. The problem I have with the original idea was that I was updating people around my day and what was going on, and it went for 20 minutes, and I got some feedback from a few people that they didn't even say it. I think he basically just said, I got a message from someone that said, can you move closer to work so that the video only goes for 10 minutes. So now I've started recording it kind of 5 or 6 minutes out from work. 6 minutes seems to be the good amount of time for me to get the message out. And it's obviously a snackable size for someone to watch while they're on the toilet or eating breakfast or having a coffee or wherever people choose to consume their Clint. So yeah, originally it was a bit more about my day in the life. Lately it's really just morphed into this, me talking about little things that I think about during the day, and I almost find myself now the night before or the morning of just having a think about, I wonder what I could concentrate on for In the Car with Clint today, and something will happen or I'll hear something go on with one of the staff and I'll be like, oh, that's good, that's probably something that we can talk about. Delegation or the people you see up are the same people you see on the way down. Just lots of different things. Now, I need to get in that lane. Have we got some kind Adelaide drivers that don't have a problem with people merging? Yes, we do. So, obviously, if you're new and this is your first vlog, I live in South Australia, and Adelaide is kind of renowned for people that don't like merging as traffic, so cars intersecting with each other. I don't know how you found that over here.
It's pretty much the same as England.
Okay, so people just don't let you in because their whole world is going to melt if they don't get in the car in front of you.
Yeah, I'm totally guilty of that.
So, we're just merged onto a new road that's being built. Part of the reason why we chose Dry Creek as a location for the next store was this amount of infrastructure that's being built from the north to the south, or the south to the north, depending on where you're starting. And it's going to help us be able to shuttle stock between locations really easily. So, yeah. Those logs, are they on Gumtree?
Hey?
Are those logs on Gumtree?
Yes, but I actually saw that.
Just refresh.
I need to refresh them, but also I need to put a cheaper one on Gumtree.
To get the attention.
Correct.
I think, is there none out there?
No, not
Yeah,
one.
well, it won't sell if you can't see it. Good morning. Guess where I am? Not there. There. Just down at Railways for a quick meeting today with the guys from Jeffries, and I noticed that we still have a bunch of nature play logs. Now, if anyone is interested in these logs, please hit me up. Bargain morning price right now if you want one. Otherwise, they're just going to dump them on Gumtree. And you don't want to see that. Like, you want them. You don't want to let other people get them. You want them. You want to make money from these logs. So if you're a nature play logger, now's your time to shine. Send me a message. Maybe come down and have a look. Talk to Luke. We'll do your deal. My idea is to be more of a strategic director than a operational director, and so I need to be able to walk around and kind of identify stuff that needs to be done and then go fix it. These logs, you know, I've done a quick Instagram. I won't do anything more than that. So what I would now be doing is sending an audio to Lisa saying, hey, we've got these nature play logs here. Can you please communicate with Luke to make sure that they're up on Gumtree, and then have a look around and kind of go, all right, why is this here? Why is that there? Why is that there? When you work at a location every day, as these guys do, you don't see the things that matter to the rest of the world. So they don't go, well, why are there weeds here? Or why are these here? Or why is that there? Like, those bent sleepers are never going to sell. Like, unless someone's looking to build a retaining wall 2 sleepers high, 2 sleepers long that bends at that angle, you're not selling them. So do we just give them away? Like, can we give them to a local charity or a kindy or something? They can use them as a, I don't know, cut them into blocks and stack them up. Did you get that? When I come down to somewhere like railways, I've also got to be careful that in like an explosive seagull manager, which I am, fly in, shit on everything and fly out, can be more damaging than good. So I'll go find out from Luke what they were actually doing out there before I get involved. All right, so we are due to be back at Water Pro at 11:59. We lost a minute somewhere there. My lunch is at 12, and so what I was basically starting to say before I took that phone call was that at the time I was at Railways wasn't enough. It was good to see everyone and to see a bit of activity in the yard. They said they got slammed this morning, which is nice. I need to work out some kind of better rhythm. I'm not great with that structure of like just drive down to Railways on a Wednesday at 9 o'clock and stand around for 2 hours. Like, it just doesn't feel right. So I'm much better off dealing with things as they come up, and then it can free me up to just do what I need to do. But I do acknowledge I need to have more contact with each location, especially in a world where we're not restricted from talking to other human beings. There's plenty of business owners that are having to run their businesses via Zoom at the moment. So today's video is designed to give you a snapshot of what a day in the life of my life looks like. I think I see a lot of these day in the life videos on the internet because of the algorithm and the videos that I'm targeted. And I feel like they are all manufactured. And ultimately today isn't manufactured, but we've managed to shine the light on an active day. So some days I'm sitting behind a desk working on something for 5, 6, 7 hours, and you would just have basically you could time lapse the day and I wouldn't move other than to eat. But today was a bit more activity. It's the first day where I've been to all 3 business locations in one day. And it will give you a bit of an understanding of the things that are coming across my desk from a day to day. But I don't want this to come across as this is every day I do this, because no one does. And I think the only way that you're going to get a true understanding is to subscribe to my channel, hit that bell, and but you get the point. Like, if you watch enough of the content, you'll see the stuff that's going on. But today is an example of a day in the life. Like, if we had to title this video, it would be a day in the life of a entrepreneur operating 3 businesses that turn over more than $10 million with more than 30 staff across 3 locations. That's probably it. One of the businesses is open 7 days a week. Obviously, we've got a direct-to-consumer fertilizer brand that's open 24/7, and then we've got a Water Pro that's open 5.5 days, and then a Water Pro that's nearly open 5.5 days. So lots of different styles of businesses in different stages of their lives, and then we're about to have an app. So really the only thing that I've got left to do is open up a service business of some sort and a law firm, and a medical practitioner firm, a casino, a restaurant, a cafe, a gym, and I covered a lot of markets. Have you seen it? No. That's funny. So what are you gonna do? Just walk up to people and just pull your pants up,
Pretty well.
and then punch them?
Can it go lower, or is it?
Can what this go low or
Yeah.
that? Yeah, the right of it go low. I'll probably put this on first
And then the right one. Yeah, like if it, I mean, if it can go smaller, I just don't want to. The writing can go too small, and then you can't read it properly. Nah, I reckon it's a good size.
Brandon's tattoo is finished. It's not exactly what you probably are expecting, but it does have a Waterpro logo in it. I've got to go. I have 2 minutes to be in the car. Anyway, Clint, what's your name? Well, let's see you soon. Recent tattoo receiver.
Now employed at Waterpro.
Well, you're stuck now. Well, you can always quit and say, oh, this is my last job.
No, it's history, man. They change the flag, it's history.
Yeah. Safe way. Alright, we'll see you soon. See you soon. Maybe. You never know. I hope I do, otherwise something tragic has happened. See you guys.
Take it easy.
So, like I said, this was a day in my life. It is not the same as every other day in my life, but it gives you an indication of the kind of stuff I get up to day to day. And thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. I don't take your attention for granted. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Short of that, be kind to each other, and I will see you next time.